Well, I don't know whether or not it's going to do it. Here, I better hit autosave on this. Is it too late? Yeah, it's too late. I'm going to go ahead and just hit save. Um, yeah, I guess, well, there are a bunch of them doing it here. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to go back to showing just the best of generation. Now, you see how this one's, well, it's in the run mode. There it goes. It's rolling. Now, I didn't plan this one to roll. I wasn't trying to design something that rolled. Um, I was experimenting with something that was not intended to roll at all. And there it is. It evolved the ability to roll on its own, and apparently the ability to run without rolling as well. I don't know how it's deciding which one to do at any given time, but it appears to be able to run either end first and also to roll itself end over end as long as it feels like doing so, apparently. So I thought that was kind of an interesting development. Any rate, yeah, I guess I'll just leave this run for a while and see what it eventually settles on. It's a little quirky. I was going to go and remove some muscles from it and simplify it. I had added extra muscles as an experiment, and I really didn't expect it to have the effect of causing it to roll when it's running. Um, the extra muscles were actually intended to help it with climbing, although it appeared that it was quite capable of evolving the ability to climb. I wanted to give it a little extra muscle so it could climb a little faster and maybe jump a little higher. And you might notice that it's kind of pulling the bones away from the joints. So the muscles are, I think, a bit too much for it. I added too many. Number of muscles 16, number of bones 7. So I've got more than twice as many muscles as bones. Any rate, just thought I'd record a little bit of this just in case, in case I lost the thing and it stopped doing it this way, so I could just share this with people, because I think that's rather interesting that it evolved the ability to roll when I had no intention of it doing so. I was just trying to make something that could do a little of everything, running, jumping, climbing, and maybe be decent at the obstacle avoiding thing. I had an earlier predecessor of this one, same basic design, a little smaller, seemed to be working pretty well, but it was having trouble with the stairs though, because between segments, it just barely managed to reach one stair per pair of segments, and that didn't really leave it much leeway to work with. So I wanted to make it a little bigger so that it could um, contract and expand itself a little bit, to be able to do some contraction while still not losing grip of the stairs on the climbing mode. So it appears it's going to go single end down, or single end pushing, as opposed to its forked end or double end. It seems to prefer that. It rolls over to that side and then pushes that way, but it's able to get itself into that position. And I don't know if all of its, it looks like all of its relatives have lost the ability to roll over completely, or at least lost the preference for doing that. Any rate, that's it for now.